Folks, let's get down to business right now. This young man was in his home country where his birth, and July 9th of 2002, he said finally one day he's going to jump on a flight, get the heck out of there, and come to America. Why? Because there's so much opportunity in America. Why? Because people can make money in America. Why? It doesn't care if you're from Yale or from jail. Why? And he said that there's more opportunity. Jumped on a plane, landed on the east coast of Baltimore, got a job, kind of like coming to America almost. Got a job at Applebee's at 20 years old, got started with ACN, and 9 years later, here he is. Birthdays, we have the same month birthday. This is March the 6th, and got started, never looked back. He will be the youngest SVP in all of ACN. He built a tremendous large organization down in the Texas area, in Florida area, and also in the Baltimore area. But I remember when he first came on the ACN, this guy was blowing. I mean, he blew the charts up. He was always on the charts, young kids, and it was called Wolfpack. And they would walk at the convention. There'd be 20 or 30 of them at one time. I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought it was a rapper in the middle. I didn't know what was going on. And his groups blew up, and they got bigger and bigger. And penthouses and all the toy and all the. We can't talk about that, but man, I mean, he blew up. I watched it blew up, and I also watched his organization go. And took advantage of him. He said, look, I'm going to start all over again. I'm going to build it right. And I've been watching his history of his just young man build this company. He's not even 30 years old yet. I'm going to say it again. He's not even 30. He's only 29, but he's been with us 9 years. So without further ado, I don't know what part of the country he's in today. Maybe he'll tell us. The great regional vice president, Platinum, the great Shakeel.
Thank you. I'm actually in Naples working, man. Working. We got flooded, got hit by the hurricane. So all of the houses are flooded. So I am here working. So today is going to be a little special. I kind of sparked the conversation that I wanted to have, which is rebuilding. So this is straight off the dome. So if you guys are taking notes, I want you to write down rebuilding. What is it to rebuild? And throughout my ACN career, I've had to rebuild a lot. And this is what I want people to understand. And this conversation today is just off the top. It's coming from the heart, because in any business that you do, it's going to come a point in time where you got to rebuild. And this is where a lot of people, they don't want to do it. They just want to build it, and then it just lasts forever. You have to understand that there's going to be things that happen in life and in your business where it's going to come for you to rebuild. So let's talk about rebuilding, right? Mr. Thomas always talks about my story and mention when I had best friends, they left, I had to rebuild, then I can't even count how many times I've had to rebuild. But if I stopped rebuilding, I wouldn't still be here today. So if you're taking notes, I want you to write down, at some point in time in my life, I will have to rebuild. It can be your personal life. It can be your business life. You're going to have to rebuild. You might put your time, energy, money, and just sacrifices into things, and then it starts to grow, and then you wake up one day, and it's no longer the same. It's no longer the same. And I've had to deal with that so many times throughout my career that now when things happen, I just laugh. I just laugh. Listen, I laugh to keep myself going. So this is a tip. When it's time to rebuild, just laugh. Just laugh. Because I'm telling you that most people, when it's time to rebuild, they quit. They said, man, I'm not doing this again. Ain't no way I'm doing this again. But guess what's going to happen throughout your business? You're going to have to rebuild. You're going to have to rebuild. We can agree that everyone just saw what happened in Florida, right? Guess what people are doing right now? Rebuilding. When you drive through Naples, everyone's rebuilding. I don't care if you have a $10 million house, a $50 million house, or you might got a $200,000 house here. You got to rebuild. Why? Because guess what? Things happen in life where it costs for you to do what? Rebuild. So guess what you do? You just start all over again. But don't start over with the mindset that, man, I can't believe this happened to me. You should be thankful sometimes that things happen to you that you don't understand, because there's a blessing at the end of the tunnel. And that's how I look at life. Whenever I have to rebuild or start over, I just laugh and I'm just like, man, I'm gonna do it again. But this time I'm not doing it without knowing what I'm doing. I'm starting from a point of, okay, I got this. So it's not going to take me the same amount of time to get back to where I was. And if you're building your ACN business, you might have fell out of qualification one time. You might have had business partners left your business one time. You might have just stopped working and your business just, you lose points, you lose business partners. Guess what? Make a new list and start over today, because I promise you, you will be successful if you just keep going. And that's what I love so much about life, is that life is going to continue to test you, but it's up to you to make the decision and say, am I going to let life continue to beat me up, or am I going to swing back? And most people, they just don't swing back. They let life beat them up to the point where they just give in and give up. And guess what happens? When things like that happen, your dreams start to fade away. You had goals of thinking, man, I'm going to be an SVP. But then you had your little hump in the business. You had your obstacle. And guess what you said to yourself, man, I can't do this no more. This thing is hard. Because I promise you that, guess what? It's not as easy as most people think it is. You will have things happen throughout your journey where it's going to cause for you to make a decision. Do you keep on going or do you quit? But I promise you, the people that keep on going always win. And that's what separates the winners from the losers. It's just the winners just keep going. So when people look at people that's super successful and they try to figure out, man, what is so special about this person, man? Why is this person so blessed? Why is this person? Because you just see the finish line, but you didn't see how many times that individual had to start over. You didn't see how many times that individual had to go back, reinvest money into that business, reinvest to get things going again. But if you don't keep going, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be stuck exactly where you at. And if nothing changes, nothing changes. So today, I just wanted to talk. We don't have no PowerPoint. I just want to have a real conversation, because some of you on this call, when times get tough, guess what you do? You quit. You might still be on the call today, but mentally, you're out of here. Mentally, you're like, man, I'm just showing up. And it's a lot of people, they just show up. Who here remember when we had events in person all the time, right? And it was just some people, they just showed up. They never did anything, but they showed up to every single event. But when things like that happen, guess who you're fooling? You're fooling yourself, because if you don't continue to keep going and building your business, then what are you really doing? And that's what I'm here to talk to you guys today about. Just keep going, man. I'm tired, but I just keep going. I'm on a flight every week. I just left Florida not even a week ago. I'm right back. I spend time away from my son, time away from my family, just time away from doing the fun things, because guess what? I'm building a business. Listen, if you don't make sacrifices, then you become the sacrifice. I'm going to repeat that one more time. If you don't make sacrifices, you become the sacrifice. Because if you're not sacrificing to get what you want, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to be stuck doing the same thing for the next 30, 40 years. And honestly, on this call, who's tired of doing the same thing and not getting a different result? You got to do something different. Whatever you've been doing your entire career, if you're not getting the results that you feel as though that you deserve, because a lot of times, most people, they want a result for work they never did. How many people said, man, I want to become a multi-millionaire. I want to be rich. I want to do all of that. But you can't even keep a job. You got to be a good employee first before you become a great entrepreneur. If you're writing notes, I want you to write that down. You first have to become a good employee before you become a great entrepreneur. Because if you're not good at working a job, how do you think you'll be good at running a business? See, when I was working at Applebee's, I was there every day. Whatever the man, listen, if I had to be the cook because they didn't have a cook, if I had to wash dishes, listen, if I had to be a host, if I had to be a server, if I had to go, listen, when I worked at Applebee's, I did everything. I did everything. Why? Because I knew that in order for me to become a great entrepreneur, I had to first become what? A great employee. And we can agree that all of us on this call had a job before. So if you're lazy at your job, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be lazy in your business. because how you do one thing is how you do everything. See, that's why I can tell when someone is going to be successful compared to someone that's not going to be successful, because if you can't do the little things, how do I expect you to do the big things? If you can't even just show up consistently, how can I expect you to do the big things? Because at the end of the day, everyone in this call, we're entrepreneurs. We're in control of our own business. Yes, we have mentors and people that help us, but at the end of the day, this is what I say. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. Write that down right now if you're taking notes. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. Listen, Mr. Thomas, he's just here to help, but he's not responsible for changing your life. He's not responsible. And he don't even have to do what he do. But he chooses to do it because guess what? He cares about you. And in this world, there's not too many people that care about you. We can agree that in this world, 9 times out of 10, you're normally by yourself. Think about it, right? Before you got involved in this business, right? How many people actually took time out of their day to try to help you get to where they're at? How many people took time out of their schedule to pour into you, to teach you something that no one else around you taught you before? So when I see mentors like Mr. Thomas and all these amazing leaders that's taking time out of that busy schedule, putting together these calls, getting people like me to come share my story and pour into you guys, guess what? You guys should appreciate it. You guys should appreciate it because guess what? He don't have to do it. So that's the first step, is gratitude. Be grateful that you have someone that you're working with that's doing all of these things to help you get to where they're at. Because guess what? He don't have to do it. He just don't, but he chooses to. And to me, that's what makes a great leader, because they're doing the things that they don't have to do, but they care about other people. Just being grateful. No matter what happens in your life, just be grateful. I promise you, that was, when I read the book, The Secret, almost 10 years ago, listen, it changed my life forever, because what it talks about is gratitude. See, a lot of times people are not grateful with the little things. So why do you expect the universe to bless you with the big things? Why would you, listen, if you're not grateful for your one business partner, why would you get 1,000 business partners or 100? You're not being grateful. You got to be grateful on a smaller level, and you're going to continue to get blessed on a bigger level. See, I'm nobody special. And it's weird when people try to make me seem like I'm this super, no, I'm just a hustler. Like, you're never going to out hustle me. That's literally the secret to my success. And if either you know me or you don't know me, for a person that's always on the go, he's hustling. One thing I learned from successful people like Warren Buffett, that wealthy people are always on the go. They're never just in one place all the time. They're always on the go. That's why they have homes in multiple different states, because guess what? You got to go get the money. The money's not going to come to you. You got to go get it. You got to go network. You got to go meet people. You got to put yourself in situations where you're not even, you stand out. I stand out everywhere I go. They think I'm a rapper. They think, well, they don't think I'm a ball player because I'm short, but you know, they just don't think that I know what I know. But they just think I'm just some guy that, you know, just some regular young guy. But the moment I open my mouth and I start having a conversation, it's like they want to learn more from me. So I tell people all the time that you gotta go. If you've been sitting in your home since COVID came around and you just scared to go places and you scared to meet people, listen, you got to get out there and go get it. You got to start networking. Listen, if you're not out meeting new people, how do you expect your business to grow? It's just not going to happen. You got to get out there and become a serial entrepreneur. And said to myself, man, I got to meet people. You got to go meet people, because if you don't meet new people, how do you expect to get to new places? Just think about it. How will you get to new places? Because one thing I learned is that as I start traveling more and I start meeting more people, my network is out of this world. I have NFL players as friends now, celebrities as friends now. These are people that people look up to, you know, as celebrities, and they're my friends. But it's because I poured into myself enough to get around these people and to have a conversation where they want to learn more from me. But the average person want to learn from them. So again, if you're not pouring into yourself, how do you expect to get into some of these rooms? I want to get to a point where I'm paying $100,000 one day just to learn from somebody else. I want to get to that point where I can start just spending 6 figures on education, because the more you learn, the more you earn. The bigger your network is, the bigger you will be. See, I had to stop hanging around my broke friends that wanted to go to the bar every weekend, go to party. I told people this, listen, don't call me to spend money if I can't call you to make money. I don't care who you is. Family, friends, associates, don't call me to spend money if I can't call you to make money. Because it's a two-way street. And once I started doing that, I said to myself, man, my life is such at peace because I no longer have people that's just pulling from me instead of pouring into me. Because if you're not pouring into me and I'm pouring into you, there's a disconnect somewhere. So again, you got to change your circle. You got to change your circle. I don't care if you've been friends with this person 25 years. Y'all ain't got a business together. Y'all ain't never made no money together. Y'all just, the only thing y'all got that's familiar is y'all just drink beers on the weekend. That's what the average person do. And it sounds funny, but my family, that's what they do. Most families, what do? People, they work all week. They can't wait till Thursday get around. Thursday night is when the weekend starts. They go out, they go to the bar, then Friday, then Saturday, and then Sunday come around. They're like, oh my God, Monday. You know, most heart attacks happen on a Monday morning at 8 o'clock. You know that, right? Why? Because people live for the weekends. I don't know I don't know the difference between Saturday and Monday. It's the same day. I do the same thing that I would do on Saturday that I would do on Monday. The only difference between Saturday and Monday to me is that the bank don't open after 12 o'clock on Saturday. That's the difference between Saturday and Monday. It's the only difference. Why? Because why would you want to live your life for just the weekends? Why would you want to work 50 weeks out of the year just for 2 weeks off? When every day can be an off day. Because it don't require you to work 8 hours a day to build a lifestyle. You can work 1 hour a day and put a lot of time, energy into that 1 hour and make more money in 1 hour than the average person made the entire week. Because we've been trained to get paid by the hour, but as an entrepreneur, you don't get paid by the hour. You get paid by what? Production. So if you don't have any production going on in your business, how do you expect to have a bigger paycheck? You got to be real with yourself. If you're not being real with yourself, listen, you're only fooling yourself. And I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it raw and I'm keeping it uncut because at the end of the day, I'm not about to sugarcoat anything with you guys because sugarcoating didn't get me to where I'm at. Next year makes it 10 years. My 18th anniversary is in what? 2 weeks, 9 years. I feel like I'm just getting started. My entire 20s, this is what I did. Entrepreneurship, my entire 20s. How many people, sacrifice their entire 20s to be a full-time entrepreneur, to hustle every single day while all my old friends are still doing the same thing that they've been doing? I'm elevating. I'm growing. If you're the same person you are today than you was a couple years ago, you're not growing. And in life, you got to grow. Look at your circle. Look at the people. Look at the 5 people that you talk to every single day. Can they help you get to where you need to go? Just think about it. Think about the 5 people that you talk to every single day. What are y'all talking about? Most young people, what are they talking about? Going to the club, partying. Most seasoned people, probably watching Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful. How would I know? Because my mom and them been watching that since I've been born. See, I study people. Most people that's 40, 50, 60 and above, if they're home every single day, they're watching TV. They're watching The Price is Right. They're watching Jerry Springer. They're watching all these shows that come on TV every day because guess what? That's your routine. I tell people all the time, turn on the TV and turn on your life. Matter of fact, you shouldn't even have a TV in your house. Because most people think, man, this TV cost me only $400. No, this TV costs you a lifestyle that you want. Listen, instead of watching the people that have the lifestyle that you want on TV, why not throw away your TV and go build that lifestyle for yourself? That's why you never see Lamborghini commercials on TV. You never see Rolls Royce commercial on TV. You never see mansions for sale on TV. Why? Because people that have those things do not watch TV. You never seen a Lamborghini commercial. You know who are their promoters? The rappers, the singers, the celebrities, the people that get those things for free and then make people like you pay for it. See, I'm having a real conversation. It's bigger than just ACN. This is life. Because at the end of the day, if you don't get your life together, your business is not going to be together. So many people think that they got the cheat code. There's no cheat code. There's no cheat code. I promise you there's no cheat code. You got to change your life, the things in your life, the things that you're doing every single day. If you're not learning every single day, if you're not growing every single day, if you're not working every single day, then you're not getting better. You have to be obsessed with wanting to do work. If I'm not working, sometimes I feel depressed. I'm like, man, I'm not doing anything. That's why I stay on the go. I can't stay in the same place one time. I just can't do it. I think I've been in Houston since 2015, and I probably stayed in Houston for longer than 30 days, probably one time. Why? I'm always on the go. After I leave out of here next week, I'm going to Miami to take care of some business. Then I'm going to Maryland to take care of some business with the family. Then I'm back to Houston. Then I'm on the go. I'm hustling. While everybody chilling, listen, I tell people all the time, by 40 years old, I'm kicking my feet up and I'm gonna live a great life. Why? Because I put in 20 plus years worth of work while I was young, while most people wait till they 40, 50 plus years old in order to start taking life serious. No, I'm gonna take life serious now. And then in a few years, I'll kick my feet up and I'll do everything that everybody want to do, but they didn't want to put the sacrifice in the work. The only thing I apologize for my journeys, I made it look so easy. I made it look so easy because if you really knew what it takes to get to where I'm at right now, I'm telling you, it's not easy. But at the end of the day, if life was easy, then what's the point of living life? If you just got everything that you want out of life, would you have any motivation to keep going? If you had nothing that got in the way, no obstacles, would you keep going? No, the average person would not keep going. So again, whatever happens to you, it's happening for a reason. And it's pushing you to get to the point where you got to figure out, how do you overcome this? What is your mindset? Because your attitude leads to your altitude. If you look at things negative all of the time, then you're going to have a negative life. But if you have a positive mindset, like when things like this happen, it's like, all right, cool. You know what? We about to become bigger and better. Oh, this person left my business. Oh, watch what I'm about to do. Everyone that ever left me doing business regretted to this day. Why? Because I'm still here and they're not. Every person that started with me that's not with me today, I promise you they regret it because I see them. Some of them skateboarding now. Some of them just doing nothing. I'm still grinding. Why? Because it's consistency. Most people just can't keep going. When things are looking good, when everything's doing good, guess what? Everybody's around. When tough times come around, you look left, you look right, ain't nobody there. And they told me this in college. When you start school, guess what? The person on your left and the person on your right is not going to be here 6 to 12 months from now. And I promise you, I had 2 friends. I tell y'all this story all the time. And one quit in 3 months and the other one was out of there as soon as we started. Literally, as soon as we started. It's true. Everyone that you started with, you're not going to finish with. So many people want to make it with their day ones. Go meet some new friends, man. I want new friends. My old friends suck. And it's not to say nothing about them. It's just, listen, if you're doing the same thing we was doing when we was 18 years old and 17 years old, and I'm 29, about to be 30, and you still doing the same thing, still working the same regular 9 to 5, and there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5 if you're making decent money, but if you're working at Burger King or you're making minimum wage, you're almost 30 years old, it's a problem. How do you expect to take care of a family with minimum wage? It just doesn't make sense. And people might be saying, oh, no, listen, there's a lot of opportunities out here. We live in America, people. Do you know that people are getting on boats, doing whatever it takes just to come here? And people have been born here and got generations of people, family members here. And what do you got to show for it? I'm the first real generation of my family that came here and did something. I make my family members be like, man, I make my family proud. Do you know how it is to make your mom proud? When she talk to you, she just like, man, my son he don't call me to complain. He don't call me crying about nothing. Listen, I'm the person that my mom come to when it's tough times. When she needs somebody to just be like, man, everything gonna be okay. I'm not the person that, no, I'm not just that person. I am the head of my family. It's just what it is. I am the man of my family. And it's first going to start with you just going out there and just build your business, people. That's what this conversation is about. Build your business. Stop waiting around for things to magically happen in your business and go out there and actually build it so that when you do build it, you feel good about it. See, the reason why most people looking at me like, man, this guy's cocky or whatever. No, I have pride in what I've built because I've built it. When you put time, energy into something and you watch that thing grows into something that's just, you can't stop. I don't even know my team no more. Who want to get to a point where you don't even know your team anymore? There's all these people, I'm just like, I don't even know them. I remember when I knew everyone. I remember I had to do everything. But you want to get to a point where you can't control it if you wanted to. I let my people, they do their own thing. Why? Because I want independent people. I'm not building a team where I got to be there every second of the day. I got to call you every day to make sure that you still excited about the business. No, listen, I'm looking for people that's self-motivated. I'm looking for people that I don't got to convince. I'm looking for people that's just like, man, just give me the blueprint and I'm going to run the play. See, those are the people that I'm looking to run with. I don't need everybody. I just need a few people. I just need a few people. Because do you understand how powerful it is? If you have a blueprint and you got the right people, it don't take many people. You heard about the story about the, what's it, the 300? The 300 movie, right? Those 300 soldiers went out there and went after thousands and thousands of people. That's how I feel. I feel as though I can go up against anybody when it comes to entrepreneurship because you can't out-hustle me. You just can't do it. And you don't got more confidence than me. And you don't believe in yourself as much as I believe in myself. Because at the end of the day, listen, if you don't develop that type of mindset, you're already lost. Because my confidence will make a person just start questioning themselves. It's kind of like when you go to the basketball court and you see the person that got on the knee pads and the whole get together. Look like they just came fresh out of the NBA. And you go on the court and they run into somebody like me. And my confidence will just make them just feel off balance. And then guess what? I beat them because I beat them up here first. It all starts right here. You're not confident in what you're doing, nobody's going to follow you. Nobody's going to follow you. It's just what it is. Nobody's going to follow you until you become that person that people want to follow. Where's your backbone? Where's your confidence? I just told y'all the other day that if you don't have any confidence into yourself, it's going to be hard in life because nobody want to be around someone that's always complaining and crying and don't believe in themselves and just negative and just, oh, this person said they was going to show up to my event or the call and they didn't show up. And no, it don't work like that. If you don't show up, if I tell you to show up, guess what? It's your loss because guess what? You should feel blessed to work with me, not me feeling blessed to work with you. I got what you want. I don't care who you are. I got what you want, which is what? It's a person that right now got millions of dollars, but they're not happy and they're not free. I'm happy before I get the millions of dollars. So imagine how I be when I get it. I'm putting $50,000 into the new smile. You're going to see me smile my entire life. Why? Because guess what? I'm happy. You got to be happy right now. Be happy before you get the things. Don't wait until you get the things to be happy. And that's why most people that got money is depressed this day because guess what? They think the money is going to change their situation, but no, it's your mindset. There's people that's happy with a little, and there's people that's not happy with a lot. But I'd rather be happy with a lot. I'm telling y'all, I'm living life of abundance. I'm living life to the fullest because you only get one. You only get one. There's never been a person that came back and told me, man, the other side is way better. So guess what? I'm going to live this to my fullest all the way. And if you're not attacking life like this, life going to beat you up. Life going to beat you up. Every single day that you wake up, life going to beat you up. Because that's the only person that you really got to go against in life is life. That's your only, it's life. Why? Because it's unpredictable. There's things that's going to happen that's going to throw you off. There's random things that's going to be like, man, like, I can't do it no more. But guess what? You got to look at life and laugh. Like, all right, cool, I got you. And just keep going. Because that's the only way that you overcome life. It's by laughing at it and just keep going. Because I promise you, when you keep going, life just starts to ease up on you. Like, man, I'm done messing with this person because no matter what I do, he's just going to keep going. You can't stop a person that keeps going. You just cannot. Listen, I've been through it all. I've lost it all, got it back. Listen, you can't even tell why, because things don't make me. I make those things. The clothes don't make me. Listen, the clothes is nothing until I put it on. It is what it is. I can shop at the cheapest store and put on the cheapest garment. And you can go to Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and all of that. Guess what? With that $10 outfit that I just put on, I feel better. I look better. My confidence is way more better than you. Because a lot of people try to put on things to mask who they really are. I make the things don't make me. Until I get into the Ferrari, a Ferrari is just a car. I make the Ferrari when I get into the Ferrari. So you got to listen. You have to be the prize. You look at yourself as the prize. In relationship, listen, I am the prize. A woman should be happy that she got a chance to be with someone like me. Not me, oh man, I can't wait till I get this girl and she's going to change my life. No, I am the prize. You're the prize too, but guess what? I'm the prize. I can't love you unless I love myself. How can I love somebody more than I love me? It doesn't make sense. How can I take care of someone, but I don't take care of me? I tell you, that's why I've been in one relationship in my entire life. Because I understand that I'm not about to waste my 20s. I'm not about to waste my young age trying to chase love and go to the club and do all these things. And then I look up, I'm 40, 35 years old, and I'm like, man, what did I do with my life? I don't want to live a life of regret, so I just hustle every day. I'm telling you, I know so many people. I even talked to my grandmother a couple months ago, and it's like she retired and she can't do anything but sit in the house. Who want to do that? I want to retire and get on a cruise and travel for a whole year and not have to worry about anything. Listen, when I get older, I'm telling y'all, I'm going to look like this with a full hair, a gray hair, and a gray beard. But I'm still going to look young. I'm going to be that older guy that's just like, they're going to tell me grow up. I'm going to be the guy that they tell grow up when I'm 80 years old. Why? Because I just love life. No matter what's going on, I love the fact that I can wake up today and go out there and do something. There's people that sit around right now wishing that they can even go out there and do anything with their life. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it. So again, today was about rebuilding. And that's what I'm doing right now. If you follow me on Instagram right now, you go look at my story. You see what I'm doing right now. I'm working. If I show y'all, I'm working. I'm always working. I'm talking about business. I'm working. When I'm busy, I'm working. I hate sitting around not doing anything. So I'm really passionate when I get on these calls because, man, when you do this every single day, you better be passionate like this. I don't want to follow no one that's not passionate about what they do. I look at people like Floyd Mayweather. Like, people say what they want about him, but guess what? The guy loves what he do. He's confident. He tell you, nobody can beat me. And guess what? Nobody never beat him. I keep telling y'all, watch what you speak into this world because you might just get it. Good or bad. And I speak, man, I speak positivity in my life every single day. I don't even let people talk negative to me. You start talking negative about my life, listen, after a while, you won't even hear from me no more. I'm the silent cut people off. It ain't gonna be no argument. I'll be like, all right, cool. And then you just go months, then you go years. Like, man, what happened to him? You was negative. I only keep positive people around me because negative people attract negative things and negative situations. I only want positivity for my life. So again, you look at my background. I look outside, it's the same thing. Don't you want to be in a situation where you can just go to the beach? You don't got to call a boss to say, hey, can I have every day's a vacation. My mom called me yesterday, I'm on 2 weeks vacation. I've been on 9 years vacation. Every day my mother called me. She at work. I'm trying to get out of there, but they like work. So, some people like work. I'd rather work for myself. And to most people, it don't look like work, but I promise you, it's mental work. It's a lot of work just even getting up every single day and keep going. And if you can do that for almost 10 years in your 20s, man, you different. And that's how I know I'm different. Because I look around, I look left, everybody that's around me, man, it look like they're living life right now. But when them 30s hit, everybody know about them 30s, right? Except for me yet. Because I don't want to hit my 30s and be like, man, I wish I would know. No, that's not the way to live life. Saying, I wish. No. Throw I wish out of your vocabulary. Say, I am. If you listen, if you took anything on this call before I ended, remove I wish out of your vocabulary and start saying, I am. I am going to be a millionaire. I am going to be successful. Listen, every time you see my screensaver, it says something different. It says, I am a millionaire. It says, I am wealthy. I am a money magnet. I attract wealth from all directions. I am making millions of dollars. I am focused on creating wealth. I permit myself to become a millionaire, and I'm good at money management. What are you speaking when you look at your phone every single day? Because the average person, they look at their phones every single day. But what are you reading when you look at your phone, other than Instagram comments and other people's business? Every time I pick up my phone, I read the affirmation. The average person pick up their phone 150 times a day. So imagine how many times I'm reading affirmations every single day. I be giving y'all the blueprint. I'm telling y'all it's gonna cost $100,000 plus to hear the same information that you're getting for free right now. So if I was you, I would appreciate it, because yesterday's price is not today's price, and my price is only going up.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. Yesterday's price is not today's price. He's certified.
And I'm only doing calls when I'm giving my all like this for someone like Mr. Thomas. Everybody, listen, they gotta pay me for this. I'm talking about big bucks. I'm doing this for Mr. Thomas for free. I'm not giving people my all no more, because I know my value and I know what I bring. So if you're on this call, I'm telling you, take advantage, because one day you're gonna be like, man, I want to talk to you on the phone. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Book an appointment. And you're gonna hear the same information that you're hearing today, and now you gotta pay. Because if you don't feel as though you're valuable enough, where people, I was just watching, I'm gonna end with this. I was just watching, everybody know who Master P is, right? Entrepreneur, right? And I went to his Instagram, and he got $150,000 plus for any type of speaking engagement. Even if it's for 30 minutes, it costs $150,000 to hear him say the same thing that he's saying for free on the internet. But guess what? If you want $150,000, I need the same thing, because I feel as though I'm valuable like that. How much value do you put on yourself? Do you feel as though people are you even worth people paying their hard-earned money to learn from you? Because that's how I feel about myself. So listen, it ain't about me, but guess what? It is about me. And the reason why I say it's about me, because I am the example. And I'm showing people that, listen, you can be who you want to be. Don't let this world change you and change how you feel about yourself. Go out there and believe that you can build your business. Because the only thing I had when I first started was belief. The only thing was belief. Man, listen, I was telling everybody, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And guess what? Everything I ever told people I'm going to do, if I haven't done it yet, I promise you I'm going to do it. And everybody that didn't believe in me before, I promise you now, they're all calling me for advice now. Every single person. Make people regret treating you the way they treat you. Make people regret not believing in you. Make them. Because guess what? Success is the best revenge. I don't got to give revenge on people. My success will. And they will regret the way that they treated me. Because all I want to do is help the world. So if you have the mindset that you want to help people, guess what? If a lot of people like you, there's going to be some people that don't. But it's part of the game. Do not look at the people that's not helping you get to where you need to go, but start looking at the people that is trying to help you get to where you need to go, and point to those individuals. Point to those that point to you. So I thank you, Mr. Thomas, and I got more work to do. So I'm excited. I'm fired up, man.
Wow. Recap. He said rebuild. How many times, most people can't build at once, let alone 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times. I can relate. I built mine several times. I'm still here. We rebuild. Some people have it in them. He says, make a new list and start over. He said this, write this down. Life will always what? Test you. Ain't that the truth? Be grateful for your leadership. 52 weeks to go to a job, and they only give you slavery. Only give you 2 weeks off for a vacation. I'm sorry, it slipped. He says hourly versus production. Hourly wage versus production progress. Wow. I really liked it. I wrote this down 3 times. You're going to like this one, Mr. Waller. I wrote this down 3 times. Turn off your TV and turn on your life. Oh my God. Woo, that was powerful. I wrote it 3 different places. You only get one life. to live. And my mentor, Peter Daniel, would say this, and it's not a dress rehearsal. He pounded that in my head so much, pounded in my head. He pounded that one in my head. Life, you only have one life to live, and it's not a dress rehearsal. And Mr. Cooper said this, I'll end up with this, know your value. Folks, do you know your value or you're living beneath it? And I really believe God gave us a lot more, and too many of us are not living up to what he given us. Wow.